What's going on, Jeromes? So our long national nightmare is over as news has broken that the Vikings have re-signed number 14, Ryan Wright. I just realized that Pelissero used an old photo. So Ryan Wright was number 14 before Darnold came in, and they switched numbers to 17. Originally, he was 66 in training camp, back when we used to be a proper country, but I don't know. Pelissero, Punter news, the Vikings and Ryan Wright agreed to terms on a one-year, $1.75 million deal per source. Wright, who was scheduled to be a restricted free agent, can earn up to $2 million with incentives. Now, as an RFA, they could have tendered him at an original round where he was undrafted coming in 2022. But it makes sense here to get something done now, and haven't seen confirmation either way, but there's probably not any guaranteed money in that deal, and even if there is, it's not guaranteed that Wright is going to be the guy going into the regular season. I still think that the Vikings will pick up a competition on the 90-man at some point, probably a UDFA punter. We'll just go from there. But Ryan Wright, so coming in out of Tulane, so Ryan Wright's awesome, right? So he's got a decent leg, but it's really more about touch, right? Because you can have a punter. Hell, the Vikings had a punter in camp last offseason, Seth Vernon, who was competition for Ryan Wright. Seth Vernon could punt the ball 80 yards on a dime every single time, but he had no touch. Like every single one of his punts were touchbacks. Like Matt Ariza, punt god for the Chiefs. I mean, he's got a huge leg, probably the biggest leg in the National Football League, but he led the NFL in touchbacks with 14. So if you're a punter who's just going to kick it out of the back of the end zone every single time, does matter. Right? And Ryan Wright does have a decent touch, won the job as a UDFA in 2022, also threw a fake punt, which is kind of awesome. Love that. And Wright had sort of a down 2023, bounced back decently in 2024. His stats, and like I said, his black and white stats aren't going to wow you. You'll be like, oh, the guy's 24th and 21st in yards per attempt and net and blah, 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 8th in touchbacks and 16th in PFF grade and all that stuff. But yards per return, that's the huge one. Yards per return, 6.8, tied for fourth best in the league. That's what matters. That's what matters the most as a punter. And they always talk about out-kicking your coverage. No, it's really more about out-punting your coverage. You can't really out-kick your coverage anymore, but out-punting your coverage. And a lot of punters will leave their gunners on an island. And now Wright certainly benefits that he has some of the better gunners in the National Football League, and also you got Najee Thompson coming on back. So what's great about Wright is that he does have leg, he does have touch. Ooh, he can do the coffin corner like on Madden 98. That was good times. And he works within the framework of the system. He doesn't play hero ball. He puts it in play, and the coverage unit does the rest. Also, an underrated part about his job is he can hold. Like, there's been some really good legs for punters in the National Football League who literally cannot hold the ball. And that's rough. And Wright has built up a really good chemistry with Andrew DePaulo over the last couple of years, as well as Will Rockard last year, and also JPR, John Parker Romo. Is he still on the Patriots? I don't know. But Rockard was off to a great season last year because of part and parcel of Ryan Wright's holding. Because not only do you have to field the long snap, getting it down, laces out, Dan, all this stuff. It's something that doesn't get talked about enough with punters. But Ryan Wright, is he the best in the world? No. Should and could he have competition on the 90-man heading in training camp? Yes, but it is good to keep him in the fold. I think he bounced back nicely from a disappointing 2023 season, and if there's competition, he might win it. But either way, it's good to keep him in the mix on a very cheap deal, which, like we said, probably doesn't have any guarantees, but we'll see. Your thoughts are thoughts. Vikings run it back with Ryan Wright, the right stuff. Let us know your thoughts, our thoughts, comment section. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. Support the work. Put a little something in the Venmo. But until next time, Skol, production value.